So there's this big controversy surrounding Dianne Feinstein, and I guess she was approached by a group of kids in her office, and they wanted to talk to her about the Green New Deal. And the backlash that I've been seeing on social media has been that, Dianne Feinstein, she didn't handle this group of kids very well, and that she was lecturing them and all of this. And so I wanted to see the video for myself because, of course, we've got to assess things on our own here. And I want to play some of it for you and give you my reaction to this. I do not have the same reaction as everybody else. Surprise, surprise. So let's look at this first clip here.
We are trying to ask you to vote yes on the Green New Deal.
Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We have our own Green New Deal piece of legislation. Why don't you call back, see if they can fax one out, make a copy for each person.
Well, we're trying to promote the Green New Deal.
Well, there are reasons why I can't, because there's no way to pay for it.
Yes, there is.
That's
We have
the big
tons of
reason.
money going to the military. A lot of ours is going to the military.
Well, I understand that. The United States government does a lot of things with the money, and they're important things. And you just can't go in and say, okay, we're going to take hundreds of millions from here and hundreds of millions from there. It just doesn't work that way.
But of course
But you can have, I don't agree with what that resolution says. That's part of it. And we have done can you get a copy of the resolution?
Senator, we need a plan that...
And let me just finish. I will give you a copy of what we do support. And you can take a look at it, and if you've got a problem with it, you can let me know. But I think it has a much better chance of passing than what this is, because there is no way to pay for what it gets done, so nothing will happen. So you be the judge, you take a look at it, we're going to get you a copy. But we have come to a point...
I mean, I got to say, I think Dianne Feinstein was great. And look, I am not a Dianne Feinstein fan. I mean, you guys know, she's like the walking establishment. I'm totally not with that. But I got to hand it to her. I think she actually handled this really, really well. First of all, I thought she was extremely respectful. What I like about this is she treated these kids like people, like adults. She wasn't trying to say, this is too complicated for you to understand. Things are very complex. And when you grow up, one day you'll understand. And, these are adult matters. She didn't say any of that. No, she actually turned to her staff member and said, can you call down and get a copy, have it faxed over here, and then make a copy for each person? She said person for each person. She didn't say for each kid, for all these children. No, she gave them the respect of being individual people, not, just kids and let me just pat you on the head and these are things you can't understand. So I actually thought, wow, Dianne, like other people could learn from this. She was treating them like people, not like children. I really respected that. I love the little girl that turned around and said, but we have so much money for the military. Wow. I mean, she's, that's what's going to, when I saw her say that, I thought, oh, thank God. Maybe there's hope because one day her generation is going to be old enough to vote, right? She's not now, but you give her 10 years or less and she's going to be old enough to vote. And if they're already understanding, if the youth understands that there's just way too much money going into the military, that we've got a big war machine going on, then maybe when they get older, they'll vote against it. They'll say, no, we do not want this. So I had some hope there. Also, what I really liked is that Dianne Feinstein said, I'm going to give you each a copy and why don't you take a look? And if you have a problem with it, you let me know. I mean, treating them like adults. She treated them the way that she would treat you or me. I thought that was great. I thought that was really great. She says, you be the judge. She says, I'm going to give you a copy. You take a look and you, if you got a problem with it, let me know and you be the judge. I thought that was so great. So I wanted to continue on with more of the video.
Where our earth is dying, literally, and it is going to be a pricey and ambitious plan that is needed to deal with the magnitude of that issue. And so we're here asking you to vote yes on the resolution for the Green New Deal because that is the only
that resolution will not pass the Senate, and you can take that back to whoever sent you here.
Why do you think
tell them? Because it doesn't have a single Republican vote, and the Republicans control the United States Senate. So we are a minority on the Democratic side. So the key to good legislation is to tailor something that you write so that it can pass and you can get a step ahead. I've been doing this. I've been in the Senate for over a quarter of a century, and I know what can pass and I know what can't pass. And the key is to get something passed that puts us on the right foot and we're able to deal with the problem that's happening instead of something that won't get passed.
But why does that stop you from voting yes? Because even if they vote, you can still vote yes and it won't pass and we can draft a new plan.
Well, I may do that. We'll see. I don't know.
Please vote
but
yes.
it's not a good resolution.
Can we?
You know,
represents what we need right now.
Some scientists have said that we have 12 years to turn this around.
well, it's not
The
going to get
government's
turned
supposed-
around in
the-
10 years.
the
What we can do
Senator, if
is
this
put
doesn't get turned
ourselves-
around in 10 years, you're looking at the faces of the people who are going to be living with these
Guess what?
consequences.
The government
And-
is supposed to be for the people and by the people and all
You know
for the
what's
people.
interesting about this group is I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that.
I mean, look, even that last sentence, she's like, you come in here and you say it's my way or the highway, and I don't respond to that. That's like how she would talk to me or you. So I thought this whole exchange actually was really great. And I thought, more people should treat kids with this level of respect in a way where they talk to them like adults and not like, oh, you little thing you don't understand. So where she kind of did a little bit of a flub is when she said, you can take that back to whoever sent you here. And then one of the kids said, we're here on our own volition. So, that was, she clearly thought that people had sent them in there. And then, when she says, I've been doing this for a quarter of a century, and we're like, yeah, we know, lady, we know. But I just really, and the kids were great. I thought the whole thing was great. I thought the kids were so smart. I thought no matter the age, there were some older kids there and some younger kids there, and they all had such great points. So I was so impressed with the kids, and I was impressed with how Dianne Feinstein handled this. And I don't know what her legislation is. I have no idea what her ideas are. I haven't even taken a look at it, so I can't defend that. I can't even comment on that. I have no clue. I would imagine it's not something I would like, but I don't know. Usually her bills, though, are really compromising and don't really move us forward, and that's kind of the biggest problem I have with Dianne Feinstein. So I don't know. I just thought this was great. In the end, she did ask. She said to offered them an internship. She also said, maybe I will vote yes. I don't know, but I don't like this legislation. I also thought that it was great that she was very upfront with these kids. She didn't say, yes, okay, guys, I'll take a look at it. I'll let you know. She told them straight up, no, I don't like this. No, I'm not sure about that. Here's the deal. It would have just been so much easier for her to just say, you know what? I'll take a look. It's so great you guys have come in here to see me. Thank you. I'll take a look at everything. I'll let you know. Why don't you put your email addresses here? I mean, there were so many ways that she could have handled when the situation of being confronted by a group of children. She could have handled it like they were children, and she didn't. So I got to give props to Dianne Feinstein on this. And, you guys, I don't know about the outrage. Why were people so outraged or who the outrage was coming from? But guys, quit making me defend kids wearing MAGA hats and quit making me defend establishment Democrats, would ya?